We'll go ahead and do it.
I don't know how to put it in there. Now we're live already.
Okay.
It's too late now.
I don't think it said recording yet.
It is. It does on my end. Yeah.
Okay. How we
Hello.
roll.
What's that?
This is how we roll.
It is how we roll. I'm mad though. I had something fancy. It's okay. It'll all be okay.
It will.
Hello, Doodle and Chat friends. I'm Carrie Baughcum.
And I'm Mandi Tolen.
And this is a very special edition of Doodle and Chat friends. Mandi is streaming live from
ISTE in New Orleans, and it's kind of wild where I'm sitting right now. So it's the fun background though. You've got the New Orleans vibe going on.
Don says he doesn't know where you are. He's looking for you.
Oh no. I can send Jason to go look for him.
Okay. And I'm here at my home in Illinois, but we thought we couldn't think of a better way for Mandi to wrap up her time at ISTE than to host a live session of Doodle Chat from ISTE on the last night of the conference and doodle and chat and talk about all the fun things that have happened at ISTE. And so we might have a couple of people that are live there with Mandi, and that will be fun and exciting. And then we have myself and whoever else is joining us here on this live stream. So super exciting. I'm going to turn on my camera. Mandi's got a little bit of a different setup today because she is on the road.
Tell Don we are at Spring Hill Suites.
2 blocks from the convention center.
Spring Hill Suites.
Yes, downtown, Don.
Convention Center, yeah. It's like 2 blocks from the convention center, but not on the convenient end of the convention center. So fun fact, we are 2 blocks from the convention center. And we were like, super cool. This is what we wanted. And the first day we walked to the convention center and we're like, there's nothing here. You have to walk another half mile inside the convention center. And I'm not exaggerating when I say half a mile to get to the part of the convention center that our conference was.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So we were 2 blocks and half a mile.
That is crazy. So Don is chatting with us on live stream while he's also trying to find Mandi. This is just what Doodle and Chat is like.
It is. Oh no.
Is being crabby today. It'll lighten up when we've got.
Well, Don, you can, if you want to just have a seat right there in the lobby, you can chat with us, or if you want to head this way, either way. I don't know where the downtown one's at. We're the one at the convention center. So.
All right. So we have the bowl that knows with us. I have special ISTE wrap-up questions in it, in addition to our regular random questions. So we'll get to chat with Mandi about her experience at ISTE, and then I can talk about what I've seen following along from home.
And hopefully people joining us can chat about what they've learned from it, because I know a lot of people have learned so much.
Yes, 100%. So I'm going to start by labeling my sketch note here. There we go. That's cute. All right, you ready for the bowl, Mandi?
I am ready.
With the bowl in ever.
I know.
You ready?
Oh.
You ready, producer?
Right.
Our producer's awake now.
Forgot. Sorry.
I'm so glad we have a producer. You are so appreciated.
You're welcome. I'm tired. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
What kind of question is that? Way to go, bowl.
I like it. I like it. If animals can talk, which one would be the rudest? I'm going to say a cross between like a possum, because if you get a possum cornered, they are really mean.
They are mean.
So maybe a possum, or I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like all the other really scary things like bears and tigers and stuff, but let's say possum. Of course, I don't know how to draw a possum, but
Yes, thank you. I was thinking the same thing. Possum.
we might have to look up how to draw a possum.
Well, I saw somebody crochet on TikTok a giant possum. So now I'll just channel that.
A giant possum.
Giant possum.
Well, I can just see the curly tail around the tree, right? Don't they hang from like trees sometimes?
Oh, you're going to draw an upside down one. That's adorable.
Well, I'm going to look it up, so I'm going to cheat.
Oh, this looks like a rat now. Oh, dear.
Well, they do kind of look like rats, so
Yeah,
that's okay.
well,
I mean,
they're
they're
committed now, so,
they're creepy looking little things.
they are.
Oh, and
Like a possum.
he has some rude.
Armadillo.
No, it looks fine.
Give it a little pause. And then I'll give it the beady eyes.
It's cute.
It looks too cute.
It's so cute.
It's a cute possum. I'm rude. Okay, they have the really
They have like a striped pink tail.
striped. Oh boy. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not even going to try to spell possum either. All I can think of is opossum. Opossums.
Oh, possum. Yes. And at one
Opossum.
point in time, mine kind of has a piggy tail on it now. I didn't intend for that to happen, but
Now I want mine to hang from a tree. Oh, I have an idea.
Oh,
Here we go.
what are you doing?
I gotta go for it. It's just Mandi and me.
oh my gosh, I love it.
Is it gonna be upside down the rest
Yes,
of the time?
it is. Well, oh, I could draw this upside down the whole time, couldn't I? But now the tree's not in the front. Oh wait,
You know, it's still okay. I like it.
oh my God. Ooh, that was bad. That was a mistake. Mistake. Oops. Annabeth is like looking at me like, what have you done?
Don't mess up.
Don't mess up.
So Carrie is drawing Monica. We're drawing a possum, and I said something of possum is hanging upside down in trees. So she flipped her paper upside down, and
This is
she drew the
awesome.
possum hanging from a tree, and it's amazing.
Hi, Monica.
Yeah, so Monica, the first question that the bowl gave us, we're here to talk about ISTE, and we're so happy that you're here with us. We're here to talk about ISTE, and the first bowl that the first question the bowl gives us is one of our random ones, of course. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
What we have to name him now?
Oh, we need a possum name now, Mandi. We have this is our very first you and me doodle and chat with friends. Is this our mascot? A rude possum?
A rude possum. I will have to get better at drawing my rude possum, because mine is not good.
I think we found our doodle and chat with friends mascot.
We should name him.
Is he
Ronaldo.
Otis the possum?
Annabeth suggested Ronaldo.
I like
Let's see the other friends.
Oliver?
Oliver the rude opossum. I'm gonna have to learn how to spell possum.
Opossum.
Opossum.
Not a possum.
Isn't there two P's? Isn't it OPP?
Doesn't mean you say both.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you know me.
He could be a rapping rude possum.
OPOSSUM.
If you say so. You know you don't ask me how to spell things.
I looked it up.
Good.
So I'm going to tell you, mine does not look great. So
Oh, it's cute. Yes. Oh, your curly tail. That's what I needed. A curly tail. And then do they have like a belly and stuff? Oh, this is our mascot, I think.
So, well, whichever name we pick,
Monica's voting for Snorty. Probably because,
Snorty. Snorty would be good. That's also perfect.
yes, we'll have to figure out something. He's a rude possum. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope Don found a spot.
I do too. Don, did you just find a spot to sit?
Poor guy. He
I know.
put a lot of effort.
He did. And he was probably like, why downtown, Nola? Like, that's.
I hope he didn't have to pay a lot to go there.
Looks like an aardvark. It does, you know. When I looked at possum, they still have like those long snouts, but some of them that I saw, maybe I need to add like an angry mouth.
Yes, we need to make our possums look a little bit rude, or maybe cute is the new rude. I don't know. Whatever the possum is, he's just there to hang out. He's there for the doodles. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Okay, so I don't know that made him better.
Hey, lady, get out of the way.
I don't think it made it better. So I'll work on the possum.
Yes, and I want to work on my possum tail too. So this is so fun. Oh my gosh. All right, we have another question. Our producer is keeping us on track.
You can't have possums forever, guys. Okay. So, what did being at ISTE teach you?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What did being at ISTE teach me?
Yes.
So much. I actually sat in a session yesterday with LeVar Burton. So reading
Way.
I did. I waited in line for a long time, and I was one of the last few to get in the door. So he talked about a new project that he was doing with literacy, and I think that was my favorite. And I tweeted a quote. Let me see if I can find it because I don't want to mess it up. But it was one of my favorite quotes from somebody at the conference too. And when he walked in, he sang like Donnie Piercy, who was last year's Kentucky Teacher of the Year, got to moderate. And when he came in, he was like, he started the Reading Rainbow song and the whole crowd finished it with LeVar Burton joining in.
Oh my gosh.
He sang the whole song. It was so wonderful.
Well, that's exactly what came in my head as soon as you did that. I'm like,
yep.
Because it was all over TikTok for a while there.
Yes. Well, that's because it's LeVar Burton.
I know.
So he says, if you aren't reading, there is no place for empathy to land.
Oh.
And I know it's a very deep thought.
If you aren't reading,
there is no place for empathy to land.
So did he get interviewed during the session?
He did. So it was a Q&A. And I think the question was, you know, what's one thing that you would want to tell people, like, why they should read? And that was one of the things that he said. And I was like, that's interesting. But then he went on to say, you know, that's how we learn about our culture, and that's how we learn about our history, and that's how we learn to have empathy for others.
Yeah, at first I thought, I'm like, wow, it's a deep quote, you know. And then I started thinking about it more, like when you just said that about like, and then also that, you know, the push to create like mirrors and windows, right?
Yep.
And so of course, I mean, he's like so spot on. It's kind of mind blowing. It's actually a you know, blow your mind a little bit quote.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was really cool. And so I immediately dropped it on Twitter because I mean, it spoke to me. I thought it was really good. So I am trying to draw.
I'm going with the whole reading rainbow thing. I'm like rainbow, sun.
I'm trying to draw a book with one person giving a heart to another. And then, yes, I wanted to include the rainbow on that as well. I wonder if Dawn is walking or if Dawn is like, we're just done with you.
I know. I wonder too. It would have been so much fun to have him there. Well, I'll have to touch base with him afterwards. He says, well, 15 minutes ago, he said he thinks he's in the right hotel, but he doesn't see anyone.
I should have put the address on it.
It's okay. Don's a pretty chill guy. It's not like he's going to hold a grudge against us.
I hope not.
Never.
I went to find him today because he was at a booth. And
Well,
I was going to talk to him. But he wasn't there when I got there. Of course, the last day, you don't have a lot of people. So.
But we got a possum.
We do have a possum.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you have, and see, I love that I always do top down looking at things, and you a lot of times do the side view, and I love that.
Top down. Oh, I
Like-
only know this. I only know how to draw this because I did Yuritsa's logo for her, and
Yeah.
it had a book like this. So I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, I know how to draw a book now.
That's funny.
All right, producer, you ready with another question?
I think so.
Okay.
What food do you love that a lot of people might find a little odd? Because why not round out the
Up
most
with
random
The
questions?
bowl. What is up with the bowl?
I think it's me.
Um,
I pull the random questions.
You're random.
what do you think? Food.
Monica,
Food.
you get this one too. What was it again? What food do you really like that other people think is odd?
Yes.
Okay.
I like almond butter, and I prefer it over peanut butter. I mean, I can't eat peanut butter, but even when I could, I still preferred it over peanut butter. So I like almond butter.
Definitely have a distinct taste, right? They have that dry kind of nut taste to them. I'm trying to think of what my family thinks I'm weird. I like mustard on a lot of things that nobody else in my family likes. I really love like mustard on hot dogs. I like mustard on my sandwiches. Maybe it's my love of condiments. I really like pickles. I used to like ketchup on my macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
Oh, it's how I do it. I love to dip my grilled cheese in ketchup while I'm eating it. So maybe my weird love is condiments.
Or cheese and ketchup.
I was going to say mac and cheese with ketchup that's gross. I mean, don't take offense to that, but wow, that is gross.
I'm just gonna draw cute little condiment bottles.
Dawn made it. Yeah.
Woo!
We're so excited that you made it.
Next
Come
time
on
I see
over.
Dawn, I'm gonna owe him a beverage.
That's okay. Come on over. You can share the screen
can
with
I
me.
share?
So you bet. He made it. Yay.
Hello, Dawn. Mwah.
It was funny. I was sitting at the one, and I'm like, I don't think this is the right one.
Oh
But-
no.
So I'll just sit and watch.
It's okay. So you can answer the question, what is a food that you love that others would think is odd? So I said almond butter. Carrie puts ketchup on like macaroni and cheese.
Ugh.
And she like will dip her grilled cheese in ketchup.
No.
I know.
That's not right.
That is definitely not right.
I also like mustard, I think, more than most people do.
Yeah, it started with mustard. And it ended nowhere good.
how
I
it
have to think
started.
about that other people would think was weird.
And then no, we're good.
So I don't think almond butter is weird.
I have a lot of people. They're like, "Why do you eat almond butter instead?" And I'm like, "What?"
I don't know that I've ever had almond butter, but I don't think it's.
I
it's
can't eat
weird.
peanut butter, but I love.
Oh,
almond
okay,
butter.
okay.
I even liked almond butter before they figured out I couldn't have peanuts. So what did you say? What was yours?
Well, people, so I love cottage cheese, but I love cottage cheese with oyster crackers.
Okay.
No, it's
My
not
mom
really that
used to
weird.
add
But people
ketchup
make
to
fun
cottage
of it.
cheese to make salad dressing.
What's that?
Sorry, I interrupted you. You finished on.
No, I was just going to say when I do it at work, people are like, "What are you putting in your cottage cheese?" And
So what did you put in it? What do you put in it?
oyster crackers.
I think that is a little odd.
I put on all like honeydew and melon. I put salt and pepper.
Yes. Now I do that
I
too.
have heard about that.
Yeah.
So on cottage cheese, do you put
No, I don't.
sweet or do you put? So you like the salty from
That's
the
it.
crackers?
Yeah, salt and pepper. Like,
Well, to bring it back to ketchup, my
oh,
mom used to
don't do
add
it, don't
ketchup
do
to
it.
cottage cheese to make it into like a dressing.
No.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
a curdled mess.
Or maybe it was my grandmother because she came out of the Depression too. So I wonder if that's like a Depression, like Thousand Island.
Well,
I don't know, but we're bringing it full circle to ketchup.
my grandpa used to put. Now that I think about it, he put French dressing in cottage cheese.
I love a salad with cottage cheese and French dressing all over the whole thing. Delicious.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That is, I don't know. There's something about the texture of cottage cheese anyway. Like the texture of cottage cheese gets to me. The new craze on TikTok is to blend your cottage cheese and turn it into like a smooth. So I was like, you know what? They're like, it tastes like cheesecake. I'll try this. They lied. It does not taste like cheesecake. It
that's
is
like giving me
gross.
the chills.
It is so disgusting.
So wait, Monica Spillman said, and mushrooms, like on cottage. Wait, did I miss something?
No, I think she also likes mushrooms that may be seen as a weird food.
Oh, I love mushrooms.
Yeah, me too. And I would say cottage cheese only full fat, never anything less than whole.
No, not me. I like 2% small curd.
Ooh,
I
don't
definitely
the
like
small curd.
I like the small curd also because like it's a texture thing. It grosses me out.
The direction the bowl takes us. Last Doodle and Chat with Friends was, what was it? I forget.
Dole Whip.
No, it wasn't Dole Whip. It was Sacks of Goodness for the.
I know, but the
He
Dole
had
Whip.
boba tea.
The
And
boba.
he said he liked the little sacks of goodness in the boba tea.
Now we're talking about cottage cheese.
I don't know that I've ever had that before.
Well, so I explained what it is. It's
Yeah.
It's tapioca.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say I know my daughter likes it, but I don't know that I have ever had that before.
I won't drink it because of the
Little sacks
Little
of
sacks
goodness.
of goodness.
goodness. Yes. So I was just saying, okay, so we talked about Sacks of Goodness, and now we're talking about curd sizes. Odd food. There we go.
So, like I said, cottage cheese is hard, but my grandma always served it in a bowl.
Oh, okay.
Cottage cheese in a bowl, and she did also put peaches on it. So,
Yeah, I don't like fruit in it. Wait, are there kids on this broadcast?
I mean, it's open to everybody. So
Yeah. Well, no, I meant, and it wasn't anything bad, but somebody today was talking about bourbon balls at the booth that I was at, and I said that's my nickname. It was one of those where after the fact, I thought maybe I shouldn't have said that. She was from Kentucky.
that is even better.
My wife would have
Was it Stella
smacked
Pollard?
me. We met so many people today.
Okay, I like a cute little blonde girl with a very southern accent.
Okay, well, this is going to sound bad if I say no, because no,
Also true,
but
because that actually sounds like a comment that my friend Stella is also from Kentucky, and she would be like, "Oh, okay." she sat by me at the first keynote Yeah, the first open session, and
Right.
he was a hoot. She is a hoot.
All right, I think it's time. We've talked about enough balls and curds for today. We can move right along.
Seems like a common topic.
It's a common
here on
theme here at
Doodle and
Doodle and Chat.
Wait, are your daughters there?
So we've hired a new producer.
Hello.
We hired Annabeth to produce.
Oh, hey, Annabeth. Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to contain my laughter.
And we just thought it would be nice to have someone off camera to help things flow a little bit. And so Annabeth is here
She
helping
can
us.
zoom in and
Oh,
go to
yeah.
the different cameras and stuff, so Carrie can just draw.
I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we pay her in love.
Yeah, we pay her in love and Funko Pops. And something that she's added to her list that I don't know what it is right now. She's going to tell me later, she said.
Uh-oh. Just let
It's
me know if I need another job.
Something to put on a resume.
What's
That's
that?
right. You can say producer.
Something to put on a resume.
There you go. Really, though. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay, so I'm it's seeming like we don't want to talk about ISTE, so like let's just keep going with the random questions according to my pulling from
There
the
are
vault.
actually ISTE questions
Yes,
in the
there
vault.
is.
There's only 4 random questions. Annabeth has now picked the 3rd random question.
Oh my
for our
gosh.
show.
I'd like to know what's your favorite car that you've owned. So
Oh. Favorite car that you've owned?
I know what yours is. It's called a Jeep.
I do. I love my Jeep. I have a Jeep Wrangler, and it's manual transmission, and I love it so much. Definitely a favorite car ever.
I gotta draw a car.
Oh, I do. I will.
Yeah,
No, wait,
yours.
click on and Mandy say.
My favorite car was my Chevette that I had in school. So when I turned 16, I totaled my first car, my Toyota Corolla, and got a 2-tone blue Chevette. And I used to love it because when I was out, people would say, "What kind of car do you have?" And I would say, "A vet." And then I would go, and then I would say, "A Chevette." And so, but it was a good manual transmission as well.
I learned to drive on a manual transmission Chevette. Mine was red, and I had to put a boombox on the seat so that I could listen to the radio because there was no radio that worked in my car.
You know, we all have those stories. So my friend's car, and I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was a boat. Like it was one of those like old Mercury, whatever, marquees, you know, like the
Cutlass
huge,
Brome,
yes, like,
Oldsmobile.
huge things.
Yeah.
But in order to listen to the radio, you had to turn the windshield wipers on.
Stop it. Stop. If
We
there's
would drive down the road with the windshield wipers on so the music would play.
It's interesting.
So something was definitely not wired correctly in that situation. Let me see if I can. I did cheat and look up a Chevette because I wasn't actually sure what that looked like. So
Wait, what? That was your favorite car too?
nope, that's yours. But
Oh,
I'm gonna draw it
you're
anyway.
okay.
I'm gonna draw yours. So it's like kind of a
I wish I would have
hatchback
brought my
situation.
iPad.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I didn't know if there'd be paper and it looked. I'd have to take
Draw
that back.
I did.
I know. Well, I mean, it's okay. We're gonna. It's got that.
At least you got the other ones right.
But
Look at the windshield. I like that. The windshield wipers and the tunes.
oh my gosh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Now that was my friend's car. So my favorite car was the first brand new car I ever bought, and it was a Saturn Sports Coupe. And I just felt like I was like I felt really special driving that.
Sporty.
It was sporty, but it was also a manual transmission. So, yep, Saturn SC2.
Y'all are old.
We are old.
Listen,
Well, I was just gonna say, when did Saturns come out?
I don't think they're even around anymore, are they? Remember how they were
they're
so
not. They didn't make it very long.
Oh, and it's your favorite car. That's right, not your first car. 'Cause
Right.
At first, I was like, okay, I'm feeling really old. If the first car you
No.
had was,
I think she said favorite car.
yeah,
that
she
you
did.
owned.
She did.
The first car that I owned was a Fiat
Oh yeah.
that I paid $200 for.
nice.
cleaned it all up, and my dad's like, yeah, we'll fix that up for you. And then it never ran. So I had to just borrow his car, which was equally as horrible. So it was fine. So equally as horrible.
Seeing if I can find what mine look like exactly.
I tried to draw a Corvette symbol. It's a little bit of a fail, but there's your vet there, Don.
Oh. Here is what mine look like.
Yes, mine was exactly like that, except for it was red and maroon.
And that bottom one looks silver, but it's not. It was blue, but that's it. So
it was a good car. Like that thing lasted.
Yeah. I like the Corolla. It had a sportier look, but
yeah.
Okay, so mine looks like it's got some new rims on it. We're just gonna leave it. It's fine. It's rolling. It's got some custom rims on this thing.
Nice.
I think I'm too tired to draw cars today.
Oh, I'm so tired.
End of conference tired is like there's nothing like it.
I know.
I took like an hour and a half nap before
I did
supper.
too.
Oh man, I don't remember anything. I
know.
So tired.
I crashed. I was so tired.
I like mine. My first car was a Volkswagen. I'm sorry, I'm kind of taking over the comment.
No, I want you to.
Okay.
No, please do.
It's unlike me to take over something, right, Carrie?
Never.
I know.
You're not a go-getter at all. You're so lazy.
Volkswagen 412. Not social choice. Was it? What is it? What is a Volkswagen 412?
I don't know. Is that the one with the little the cool, like the one from Clueless where she? No, that's not right. Is that the one with the convertible top, Monica? I had a Jetta. I enjoyed that one. That was a nice little car.
So I do have another fun and interesting car story. So in National Lampoon's Vacation, where he ends up driving away with the metallic P,
family truckster.
The family truckster, but it was in metallic P.
Yes.
So you remember it was called? Okay. So it was I can't even remember the name of it. It was just an odd name. Do you remember the name of that car? I know I've told the story before. Anyway, it was metallic P. Like it was not a common car that you would have. And there was another car that somebody in our town drew.
Oh my gosh. The same one?
The same one in metallic P. So I don't know if maybe it only came in that color. But anyway, the police showed up at my door one day. Ooh, Monica, that car's cool. We looked at Monica's car.
Oh, I was like, where is it? She's showing us?
Yeah, that one's really
cool.
She's
doing that.
So the police showed up at my door one day. So I'm in high school, and the police show up at my door, and they're like, somebody slashed the principal's tires, and your car was parked next to him. And I'm like, no, I rode with my mom to the game because it was at a softball game, and I played. And they're like, no, you're that car, and they like described it, the metallic P and everything. And I'm like, there happens to be another one. It wasn't me that was parked next to it. And then my mom called the principal and told his wife what he had done, that he called the police on me. And then the principal's wife got mad at him. So no, it was Stan. Yeah, it was Stan.
Lots of interesting car stories. I feel like wasn't there one with you? Yes, in a softball game too. Like you have told some interesting car stories.
I have some interesting stories.
You do. They have to do with cars. Like, didn't you have to drive yourself to the hospital in one, I think?
I did, yes. I had that manual transmission, and I dislocated my finger, and I had to have my friend shift while I used the pedals because I couldn't shift.
And now.
That's exactly what you were doing. As I'm driving with my dislocated finger sticking up there. I forgot I told that story. Yeah, that happened too. So I know Don's car wasn't metallic P, but I made it metallic P just to join the story.
I like that.
Nice. And this car just kind of took on everybody's thing. It's the siren, and it's a vet, and it plays music when the windshield wipers go on.
Jason's first car was a 1970s Opel.
Oh, yeah.
Also in pea green. That was the color. That was the color. I'm glad they don't make cars in that color anymore. They do.
All right, Bull.
My grandmother's
I
name
did
is
end up pulling. I was just like
You've been
quietly
quietly
waiting.
Were
I
you-
did actually pull a question out Isty this time. So
Woo!
get
Oh,
ready.
good. Oh, good. Okay.
Party.
How would you describe Isty in one word?
Whoever wrote these questions did a really good job, don't you
Wonder
think?
who did it? Maybe it was you.
I don't know if I can come up with one word.
That's what the question says.
connection.
Connection. I like that.
That's the best part of ISTE. Getting to see people in person that I haven't seen. Usually it's only every year, but not having been since Philadelphia. So.
Right.
I know I was talking to Annabeth in the car the other day about ISTE, and I was like, if somebody could come up with a way to run something like ISTE that maybe has maybe some of the learning aspects of it, but really just to let people see each other, it would be a winning conference. Maybe like a United States Ed Camp or something like that. I don't know. But really, like, you know, ISTE's wonderful to learn at, but like the number of connections we get to make and the people that we get to see, it's just overwhelmingly usually that, right? I mean, people make everything better.
And I was trying to come up with a word to explain how happy I was to see everybody in person again, because that's the part for me. I mean, I've been presenting at conferences virtually since the pandemic started. So it's not that I haven't been presenting and sharing, but you just miss seeing people.
Yeah,
so I'll say people.
When you're presenting virtually, a lot of times you're not seeing the people that are there unless you have like 14 screens in front of you.
Right.
So yeah, it was just so nice. I'd be lying if I said I didn't shed a couple of tears over the last few days.
Yeah.
I was debating between connections and exhaustion.
Oh, 100%.
Same. I also was thinking exhaustion. That was the first word that actually came to my mind was exhaustion. So
I like Monica's a lot.
It is a lot.
And here's the thing, it wasn't as much this year, I don't think, as it has been in the past. Like, it didn't feel quite as overwhelming. And at the same time, because we just got back, it almost felt more overwhelming because we hadn't been at someplace for a while.
Well, this was the first time I was a vendor.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't go to sessions. But what I realized is the exhibit hall's my favorite place anyway because of those connections. And that's no disrespect to people that present. I don't like that sounds kind of bad. But
sounds like, listen, you were there to present. I was not there to present.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Poster.
Wait, a spider where?
And the oh, it's huge.
Where is it?
It's right there.
Oh, he's just creeping along.
No,
he's
he's getting closer to me.
Annabeth has an aversion to.
It's bad hugging, but it's okay.
Do you want me to kill it? I don't want to kill the spider.
Is that person jumping?
Yes.
Like in yes.
Yes. So we had a really cool Adobe booth, and I never made it back to get my picture taken. Did you take your picture in the Adobe thing?
Oh, that's
Adobe had an upside down room.
Oh, I saw pictures of that.
And it was really cool. It was really cool.
Now, I don't know that I saw that. But that's the other thing. In the vendor, when you're a vendor, it's hard to keep up with social media.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be rude. And especially for what I was there for as a person who had tested something that's dealing with focus and mindfulness. It's like, hold on, let me be texting while you come to the... So it was harder to keep up. So I'll have to look at some of those Adobe pictures.
They were cool. I really liked them.
I did really like, I mean, ISTE more this year just from afar, from what I saw at home, more than other years. It looked like the expo hall and vendors are taking significantly more advantage of the weight that teachers can bring to their items and their product, you know, and using educators to share that in the vendors hall more than I think, you know, other conferences do. And that was nice to see teachers that usually, I don't know, that don't always get to shine, get to be on, you know, sharing what they love about a vendor or a product. That was kind of nice to see.
Yeah.
It was almost just as special as giving a session, you know? So that was fun.
The expo hall was better this time. The last time we had an expo hall, I think it was just because it was so big, and it was still big this time. Don't hear me wrong. It was still a very large expo hall, but they had really nice spaces to sit and more spaces this time than before. And it was nice. Like they had a little porch set up with rocking chairs, and you had yard games and then different areas. So I don't know. This one,
And
I really
again,
liked it.
I went from the booth to the bathroom, and when I found the closer bathrooms, there was this front porch.
Yep.
And then a yard, and people. I didn't see a lot of people playing bags and the Connect Four, but it was cool. It had rocking chairs out there. I just again didn't have time to do that. Oh, that's weird.
Don, what product were you at the vending hall for?
Did you see the chain that she just? That chain is cool.
The chain turned out good. Yeah, the chain turned out good.
Can we see
No,
yours again?
Oh, she started upside down.
Ay.
Let's see again, Mandy.
Okay. The chain turned out good.
Yeah, it did. And now my rocking chair is failing.
My chains are not always that good, so I was happy with that one. We saw some people playing cornhole today.
Okay.
We did.
Okay.
We also got attacked by a drone. And
You
then it crashed and burned in somebody else's booth. And it like sounded like a crash. Like when it hit their booth, like people ducked a little bit because you were like, oh,
gosh.
and it was this tiny little drone.
Not the best selling point.
But no, it wasn't. But it was like when it flew over, it was so powerful that it was like a little mini tornado with your hair.
I would not have affected me. But no, I was there for a product called Focusable, which is part of Swivel, and it's a long story short, because I've gone through this. It's a way to try to teach people how to reflect during the process of whatever it is you're doing. So it kind of stops you and says, hey, how are you feeling at this point? And it might give you a breathing exercise or a visualization exercise. And I've been testing it for a few months, and it's just the two people that are responsible for it in Swivel, and they're just amazing. And so I got to meet them for the first time after, connecting online 7 or 8 months ago. So that was cool.
That's fun. That's awesome. And such a timely tool also, right?
Yeah.
Do we think we're ready for another question?
I think we're ready for another question.
Let's hope it'll be about ISTE again.
Well, there's only one more random question.
Okay.
You just jinxed us now.
Yeah.
Way to go, Mandy. Way to bring it home. See,
You're welcome.
go for it.
Okay. What's the most useless talent that you have?
These are good ones. And
These are really good random ones.
These are
It's a multi-age group, so we have to.
yes. You're good, Vaughn. Is your ability to drink lots of whiskey?
No. Mine, I know. I didn't even have to think about it. I can balance things.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Like chairs and
What?
On your fingers, on your head, on your nose.
I know, like what? So we're gonna have
that's
to.
kind of heavy.
Andy, someday we're gonna get an airline company as our sponsor, and we're doing all this whole show in person because, like, seeing you with Don, it just makes so much of a difference. Like, this is just awesome.
Oh, okay. So
Oh my gosh, he is doing it. Jason, get a picture.
Yeah. So, and then I
did you get it?
And I should have been in a circus.
Did you hear Don?
Yes,
He said he should have been in a circus.
Oh,
That's how I used to. Back to the Focusable. I'm a pretty worrisome. Not worrisome. I worry a lot about things, and I get anxious about things. So that's what I would do to relax. I would
balance
just,
things on your finger?
oh yeah, like brooms and basketballs and all kinds of things. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but it was a very relaxing talent, but it did nothing for me.
Your mom loved you, didn't she?
Yeah, well, yes. My favorite thing to balance and the most trouble I got into in school were the desks. I had an algebra teacher
Shut
and
up.
went and I balanced all of the desks
Oh my
on
gosh.
2 legs. And when he came in the door once, and the problem with balancing is once they start to fall, it doesn't take much. And so literally it was desks crashing down. Yep, I spent a couple of days in detention for that. But yeah, useless talent.
You have to be careful drawing a finger because it does sometimes look like you're flipping people off.
Have you ever done that on a text?
I have
Like you
picked it-
accidentally, like you think you're doing the thumbs up or a point, and then you're like, oh no,
That's not the right finger.
I don't know that I have a useless talent.
I don't know either. I guess my kids would probably say
Your
And now-
endless optimism.
I am endlessly optimistic. That is definitely a useless talent. I really am.
It's so annoying.
nauseating. But
So
I am endlessly optimistic. I don't know why. I just am.
The only thing I can think of is that when my kids were little and we would be out to dinner, when Jason would turn his head, I would make a face at him and it would make him laugh. And then Jason would turn around and I wouldn't be making the face anymore. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, Mom made a face. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. So it's this squashed turtle face. And they always be like, make the squashed turtle face.
That's funny.
I think I am exceptionally good at making analogies, and that drives you guys crazy too.
It's annoying.
But I can't think of my latest analogy. But
Something
I do
about
like
floating in a pool, honestly. You, like,
Well, it's just-
something ridiculous.
Oh, I don't think that doesn't sound useless though.
I know.
That helps people learn.
Neither does the optimism. That one sounds good too.
Yeah.
I need to draw my analogies. That's what I keep telling myself because they're random ones about being, because I have teenagers. So there's an analogy for everything when you're a teenager or when they're telling you an experience. So I really need to start putting those on paper.
You do. So how about so I do an activity in school where we do evil eyebrow and taco tongue to see then we put it in. I know it sounds terrible, but we put it in like a chart and then we run statistics on it.
Yeah.
And so how many of you can evil eyebrow with one eye?
I can't.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Wait, let me.
Can you evil eyebrow with two?
I don't know.
Can you do both sides?
Mandy,
I
move
don't know that I know.
towards
raise-
Dawn so we can see your face. Let's see
One.
your evil eyebrow. Move towards Dawn because your Doodle and Chat's in front of you. No, I can't do that. Can you do evil
Oh
eyebrow?
no, I cannot. But
Dawn,
my
can
friend
you-
can.
Can you
I
one
don't
evil
know.
eyebrow?
I don't know. I've never tried to do that.
I can make him dance.
I can't. Mine only do one
Oh,
thing.
that's hereditary.
Yes.
That's the first I've
Yes.
ever. I don't know. Can I do it?
No, you with me. No, we're failing. So wait, no,
And I can't roll my tongue.
So no taco tongue.
I
So
can
most of my kids can evil eyebrow with one eye. And so then I will do the two eyes together and they're like, stop.
Can you taco tongue?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, you got the hereditary. You do a taco tongue with a wiggle at the side of it. She had like a snail tongue on the side. It was like a wiggle. Taco tongue and evil eye. I did not know those were names of those things.
My wife can't blink. Blink. My wife- she
Eyes are-
just, all the
eyes
time
are
when
real-
you see her, she just
Real dry.
What she's wearing to Dawn is done to me.
she cannot wink.
No?
And no, and she's not. It's funny. So when we were dating, she'd be like, "Am I doing it now?" And she'd go like that, and I was like, "Well, first of all, if you had that face when you were winking, it would not win me over. Because can you imagine? She cannot wink. I mean, she's. And
Hi, honey.
I can turn the top of my ear inside out, and I used to have races. Like now I haven't done it in a while, but like
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would have a race, and I'd think, okay, is my right ear gonna win or my left ear gonna win?
Now can I do it while I'm holding a chair?
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever did that.
Oh.
We were doing what were we doing as a family? We were doing like Vulcan. No, not Vulcan, right?
Is it
We're doing
Vulcan?
It's Vulcan, yeah. But can you do both? It takes a
Oh, I
little bit
can't.
of conditioning. Oh, I didn't do it.
I can.
That's what happens I get like separated. I can't do both.
I can.
You can do both? I can only do one. Vandy, you and your dual-sided brain.
Yeah, I
Go
can't.
away. The same thing happens for me too.
Live long and prosper.
Not my dominant hand. Like I'm a lefty, but this is my right hand. I can't do it with my left hand.
Did you ever have like my grandpa
like,
used to do this thing? Like,
Oh yeah, my kids. I remember doing that for my kids, and it like made them trip out. They were like, "What did you just do to your hand, Mom?"
yes.
You've never
Like my
seen
grandpa
it.
would
She
do it.
already taught us how to do it.
What was it?
Yeah, and then you get. I get so mad, and then once I learned it, it was like, oh, that's awesome.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you're a little kid, that's like
Okay.
your hands are all twisted around, and
I like it. Okay. These have been wonderful. I really just want to put them. My wife can't blink though, like just a big eye that's red and
I was just
watering.
envisioning.
I can do that though.
And it has like bloodshot eyes. Like
Tears pouring.
I like the tear idea.
from both sides because my eyes water from both sides. So
What's Annabeth's useless talent?
What is my useless talent?
I know what it is. Always being first. Since she was a baby, she had to be first in everything. Walking up the stairs would take you down to be first. Riding a bicycle on the sidewalk, she will push you over to get before you. Walking on the sidewalk, she will cut you off and almost trip you so she could walk first. She is like the queen of being first at things.
And now it gives me anxiety, so I make you guys walk in front of me now.
You still do it
Sometimes.
to people. So Monica says that she is a no evil eyebrower, but she can taco tongue. So
yes.
Oh, the eye from Gatsby.
yeah.
Annabeth, if we play games at IdeaCon, if you come, just wait, because we're gonna wrestle to be first. We'll like see who can get to the chair first. And
All right. So here's what we came up with. Dawn balancing,
Nice.
the evil eyebrow, the no blinking, and analogies.
You got all of them down. Boom.
what's the analogy look like?
I just wrote the word.
Oh, wait, I'm going to be
know.
impressed if there's a
No,
graphic.
there
for
wasn't a graphic for
analogies.
that. I just read the word.
I think we have time for one more question.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually ask you a
get
question
an
about
Isty question
Isty
now.
now. Like the whole point, I'm gonna actually ask you a question about Isty. Oh wow, these are really easy to read. Favorite Isty moment?
Favorite Isty moment.
Oh, I already gave it.
Did you? That's okay. Don wasn't here when you gave that one.
So what was any like this ISTE or any?
I don't care. I don't know.
There are no rules.
The producer said so.
I don't know. I think it's a toss-up between, like, it really is the connection part, and I think the favorite moment was like when you have talked to somebody online for months, or in some cases years. So I guess my favorite moment actually happened each of the ISTEs I've been to. It's that idea of you've talked to somebody on Voxer, you've talked to them over Zoom or whatever, and that moment that you see them in person the first time, it like gives you chills almost. And so I've had the opportunity. That's why I love connecting online as well, because you feel like you know them. Well, you do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not like that get to know you moment. It's like, oh yeah, I've talked to you for 7, 8, 9 months or 2 years, but you've actually then seen them in person.
Oh,
That person
that
had
was
a
a
really
good
good one.
question. So I think we have time for another one because
Well, I
I was going
think
to say, what was your?
so. My favorite moment that I talked about earlier was seeing LeVar Burton.
Oh,
And-
I saw Monica say something about
Yeah.
LeVar Burton.
So and he gave this quote, and so we wrote it down. If you aren't reading,
Oh,
there's
I
no
like
place
that.
for empathy to
Isn't
land.
that, isn't that like at first you're like, oh, that's a good quote, and then you think about it a second more, and you're like, whoa, that's a really good
Yeah.
quote.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually have to take a picture of that.
Well, I tweeted it out.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can find it.
Holy smokes, those ISTE letters.
Oh, thanks.
That's crazy.
I need to work on the possum though. He's rabid.
What?
So the first question was, what animal would be if they could talk, what animal would be the rudest? And I said possum.
Oh, okay.
Now we have a learning mascot for Doodle and Chat, a rude possum, because that's what everybody wants to experience, a rude possum when they're on Doodle and Chat with friends, right?
So now I need to come up with not a rabid possum. I need to
That's
come up
funny.
with a better possum.
I'm not a cat person. I would have said cat.
Yeah.
I said raccoon.
Raccoons are rude.
They would
Raccoons
just
are also
take your
rude.
food and leave.
Yeah, they would. I would agree, Dawn. Though I'm not always. I mean, I can appreciate a cat, but I'm not a cat person either. They're just like so selective. Like I'm gonna like you or I'm not.
Yep.
You know. So, anyways.
So I think another favorite part this time was I have gotten to know and presented with a lot of people through the pandemic, and we would be walking by and they would actually recognize who I was, which didn't happen the last time that we had
Yeah.
ISTE. And so that was kind of cool for me.
It is. It's always fun too. And I think it's fun too, like how many degrees of separation we are from each other, right? Like you'll walk.
I use that comment so many times. So many times.
But like, and then like, so I might know somebody that Dawn doesn't, but Dawn's been wanting to meet them. That happened to me a lot at the Chicago one. And that was just such a rewarding experience to be like, I know this person and you know them, and and just get to see other people connect with people that you really like, that you love or really appreciate. That's also a fun thing too.
I had this woman yesterday. I'm doing the Apple Learning Coach certification, whatever you call that. And we had to do these 2 6.5-hour days on Zoom as part of it. And I was talking at the booth and she walked over and she said, "Are you doing the Apple Learning Coach thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I didn't recognize her. And I said, so she started describing it. I'm like, "Oh yeah." And I said, "How did you know that?" And it shocked me when she said it was my voice.
Makes sense.
Like I was in a group and I remembered your voice, and that's like that's just weird.
That is very weird.
But
I was called Bitmoji Girl today. As
And
a girl,
you answered.
and I did answer because I knew
that's funny.
So like we're leaving the conference today, just walking along, and I hear somebody behind me go, "Hey, Bitmoji Girl." And I turned around. She's like, "I knew you knew I was talking to you."
That's funny.
Well, so we were in a session and I said, you can use Bitmojis, and a person didn't know how. And I said, so that you don't have to set it up, you can just go Google one. And like a third of them are mine.
Oh.
Like they're of me.
That's funny.
I was like, well, those are the ones I've shared. So then she called me Bitmoji Girl. So
It's a good nickname.
I guess.
All right, I think that is it for this ISTE live ISTE wrap-up edition of Doodle and Chat. So exciting. Can we zoom in on Mandi's Doodle and Chat?
Yes.
It's very colorful. I love it.
It turned out fun.
So fun. So fun.
Now, if you had asked me the one thing about ISTE that I have not liked is not being able to eat any food, because let me tell you what New Orleans is not good for: gluten-free people.
Oh, poor
It
Mandy.
has been horrible.
Really?
Horrible. Everything else, though, the conference itself has been great, but the food, not so great.
We'll have to get on them for the next one. Where is it Pittsburgh again?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay. That'll be fun. That's a pretty city. It's a fun city.
Yeah, I really enjoy Philadelphia.
I
That's
do too. I like the conference center. I like that there's the food just right across.
Everything's right there.
Everything's
It's
just right
down-
there. Yep.
Now New Orleans it's fun, but I don't know. I can't imagine bringing kids, like how some will make it like part of their vacation.
Yeah.
It's like taking kids to Vegas.
Yes, I saw some people making some fairly bad choices on Bourbon Street that I'm pretty sure they were going to regret the next day, but that was a fairly common thing. But
Yeah. I heard Jason's comment. I agree. But I was thinking, Pittsburgh. Wait, no, Philadelphia.
Yep.
Pennsylvania, right? Yeah. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Mandy, that could make a really sick Doodle and Chat road trip.
Yes.
yeah, because it's not that bad of a drive. I've driven it a couple of times.
I don't think it would be bad at all. I think we could have a lot of fun with that. Maybe
Philly was the first one we flew to because
Yeah.
we drove to Chicago. We drove to San Antonio, which that one was really gross. We drove to Denver, which isn't terrible for us.
I think there's a husband that we know that we could wrangle into driving for us, right? Or maybe this guy that I know from Peoria would want to go on a Doodle and Chat road trip with us too,
Oh, that would be cool. Hey,
That would
did
be
you see the New Zealand?
Volunteer to come with.
Their New Zealand hat. How do they pronounce it?
I call it New ZLA. I don't know.
Yeah, I call it New Zealand.
So do
Well,
I.
They had a
Really?
Gulf Stream.
I always call it New Zella.
They had a Gulf
They
Stream that
did.
was wrapped, and so you need to have a Doodle and Chat Gulf Stream that we wrap it.
I'm afraid their budget is-
Yes,
We'll
their
get on
budget
that.
won't be.
Yeah, our next goal is just to get sponsors for the show and then sponsors for conferences, and then we'll have
Then we can get the Airstream.
Yeah.
Then we can get the
yeah.
Airstream.
Then
But
you-
if we have the Airstream, we can cook our own food and I don't have to worry about finding gluten free.
You don't have to worry about that. We can host, Airstream people, if you're listening.
Sponsor us. We'll custom paint it ourselves. It'll be great.
Actually, that would be awesome.
I know, wouldn't it? That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking? You
Like,
don't need
we'll, we'll write all over that thing.
Yeah,
We've got
to
this.
like, yeah. Oh, then it's cheap.
Yeah. Paint pens and some clear coat.
Yeah.
We've got this.
You can even use markers.
Just don't rain.
It's dripping down like some kind of horror movie.
By the end, you're like, and this is how we feel at the end of this conference. All of the paint is falling off. So
So true. All right, Doodle and Chat friends, thank you so much for being here with us. And you can join us here during the month of July. Mandy and I will have videos for you to watch with all the fun Doodle and Chat fun that we get into here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
bye.
See ya.